Welcome everyone to the show. I'm your host, Don Vic. What's up? What's up? Y'all know the vibes. We in the building, baby. Big shout out to YouTube and Facebook and everybody around the world that tunes in on the Don Vic show. This is the place where you find new talent, new faces, and upcoming stars here live all the time, folks. What's up? What's up? We're back. We're back. We're back. We here. We have an amazing guest coming on the show tonight by the name of Cody Cowell. He is an actor. Man, this guy has got over 70 productions done. Man, this guy got an amazing record when it comes to filming. We'll be talking to him as soon as he's come aboard my platform. We'll put him on. We'll talk to him and find out exactly what he got going on. Just presenting what he done in the past. All right. But first, I want to shout out. You know, I always got to do my shout outs, man. You know what I'm saying? Got to shout out Africa, Cameron. What's up? What's up? What's up? Africa, show me so much love. What's up? Nigeria. What's up? What's up? The UK. What's up? What's up? Australia, Italy, everyone around the world. What's the vibes? We here, we here, we here. So folks, it's getting close. It's getting really close to Desert Fiends coming out for the red carpet on December 13th. Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, can't wait. It's gonna be fantastic. I know my good friend Nicole is nervous as hell. I know she's nervous as hell. Okay. She got a lot of work ahead of her. So you know, I wish her the best. Also, her husband Kev, amazing guy, does a lot of work, you know, on the backside of things, you know, and I just want to shout him out, you know what I'm saying, because he does a lot of work and you know he deserves to shine. You know, also big shout out to Sean C. Phillips, director of Desert Fiends. Great guy also. And cast and crew. You know, I can't leave the cast and crew because everybody was phenomenal when it came to putting that film together. You know what I mean? So, you know, I'm excited. You know, I'm excited. There's another Desert Fiends 2 coming up. Hopefully in April. You know, Sean and Nicole get together and put that thing together. So I can't wait to see what they're gonna come up with as far as this film. Also, want to shout out actor Lee Waddell was on my show a couple of weeks ago. Great actor. Was on Scream 1, Scream 2, Spider-Man, the X-Men First Class, Lost of Days. This guy has been in so many films, man. So I just want to shout him out. Also want to shout out Eileen Dietz, was on a show the other day with Nicole and DK. Great show. Hopefully I can bring Eileen Dietz here and Nicole on the show to come here. Eileen Dietz, if you guys don't know who she is, she's an actress. She was the first one that did The Exorcist, the movie The Exorcist. She was on that first film. She's an amazing lady. Met her out in Los Angeles, and she's great. So hopefully I can get her on the show among other actors that were on that Desert Fiends too, and talk to them here on the show. A big shout out to my man T-Bone. He's in the building. What's up, T? What's up? What's up? My man T-Bone doing great things for the community, giving out food, man. This guy is amazing. You know, and that's what it's all about, man. Giving back to the community, giving back to the people, you know, for those blessings, man, because those blessings are what we're after. You know what I mean? Them blessings from God is what we're after. And T-Bone is doing a great job. Him and his wife, you know, because she's putting in the work too, among some of his team that are also helping him out, give out food to the homeless in the community, man. Great thing, great job. Keep doing what you're doing, my man. I love that. See, that's inspiration to me, man. You know, inspires me and gives me hope for these people, because I know there's good people like myself and you, T-Bone, out there that are willing to help others, man. And that's, you know, that's a blessing, man. That's a blessing. You know what I mean? And I want to thank you, me personally, for doing what you're doing. Okay? I'm going to tell you personally, you're doing a great job. I honor that. And I'm honored that you are out there putting in the work for the people, not just yourself, and that means a lot. That goes a long way, my brother. It sure does. David Hope, what's up, David Hope? My man, David Hope is in the building. What's up, Big D? Okay. What's up? What's up? David Hope is a paranormal investigator. He has a talk show as well. Great guy. Was on my show too as well. Interviewed him a couple. I think it was last year. Was on my show. We spoke a little bit about his paranormal experiences. And now he has his own podcast, which is a great thing. You know, it's a great thing. You get to meet people. You know, and as you go, you get better and better at what you do. Not that I'm an expert at what I do, you know, but I've gotten a little better, you know, along the way from doing what I do. You know what I mean? And it's been blessing because I've met so many great people along the way, like you guys, and it's putting me in a great position to meet other people, to bring on my show, from celebrities, boxers, to actors, to directors, comedians, you name it, you know, phenomenal. Also want to shout out my good friend, my partner, Denise. Um, she is an amazing writer. Um, and I just want to shout her out and tell her how fabulous she is. And, you know, and how honored I am to be her one of best friends too. You know, I consider her one of my best friends up there with Nicole. Because she is passionate of what she does when it comes to writing. Um, you know, she's also in the medical field, you know, where she helps children, which is also another phenomenal thing that she does, is take care of children at the hospitals. You know, sometimes you can see things that you don't want to see. Sometimes there's times where you feel bad. Sometimes you cry because you see things that come into your emergency that you don't expect seeing. You know what I'm saying? So I take out my hat to Denise. Denise, I know you're watching. You don't really say much, but you talk my damn ear off when we're on the phone. Holy crap. I'll be like, time out, time out. Give me a break. Call me back later. I don't know. Call me next week. She's camera shy, but that's okay. You know, what counts is it's in the heart, and she is fabulous. So big shout out to Denise. Love you, girl. Man, listen, not to me, man. Credit goes to God, brother. You and I are just servers, man. We service to God. You know, you serve God one way, I serve God the other way. You know, we're playing our parts, and that's what's important, T. You know, that we learn from our mistakes, right? We learn from our mistakes to do better, and to be able to help others that are not even in our position, and not that we're in a great position. Because I'm sure if we had what we wanted or we need to be in those positions, we would do more, right? We would do more, but we work with what we got, you know, and that's the key, you know, that's the key. You know, you're working with what you got, and it may not be much, but something is better than nothing, you know. And for the little things you do, man, God's watching, man. He's gonna bless you tenfold. You know what I'm saying? And I always say, you know, I tell you guys, I'm after the blessings, man, and I do things for the people, and I do things, you know, to serve my God, you know, to serve my creator. You know what I'm saying? And I just want him to know that I did change, you know, and not that I'm perfect, because I'm not perfect, but I try to do things accordingly his ways. You know what I mean? Um, so keep doing what you're doing, my brother. 100. It's all real. This is the real deal. I'm gonna have to change my podcast to the Don Vic Real Show. We keep it in 100, David. If it ain't 100, we ain't talking about it. Yes, we all kings, David. We all kings in our own ways, you know. And thank you, appreciate that, because you know the fact that you look at me as a king, I appreciate that. You know, it's hard, you know, to maintain afloat and stay afloat with what we try to do for our people in our community. And I wish there was more people like us. And I'm not saying there are not, there are, but I wish there were more, you know, givers. You know, there's people out here that got billions of dollars, and I'm not saying they don't give back because some of them do, but it seems like the ones that got less are the ones that really push out there and really putting in the work. You know, and that's okay. You know, because it tells people who you are as an individual, and it shows what type of heart you got, and that's a blessing, man. Real talk. Thank you, sir, for all you do. Some people talk the talk, but T-Bone and my family walk the walk. Amen. For real. Mr. David, what's good, sir? You guys inspire me to keep pushing and grinding. I thank God for you guys. It's not easy at all. No, not at all, T. It's not easy, you know. And you know that, T. You know it's not easy because our life wasn't easy. We come from a place where nothing was given to us. We had to work for it. We had to hustle. Whatever we had to do to get it, we had to go hard on it. And, you know, you learn from that. You know, as you get older, you learn how to become better. You know, you learn how to make better choices. You learn how to look at people different and understand their problems. You know what I'm saying, with what you see and what you've been through. And when you got a tough upgrowing, you don't want to see that in someone else. You know, because you know how hard it is and what you went through to get to where you at, and you don't want that for someone else. You know, there's people out here that are starving. You know, I seen a clip today where they found this 27-year-old, this construction worker seen this 24-year-old walking on the street eating a leg. He was biting on a leg and chewing on the leg. He called the police. The police came and caught the guy with the leg in his hand and asked him where, you know, they thought it was a murder. And what happened was the guy got hit by a train. The guy got hit by a train and he ended up grabbing the leg and eating the leg. Now, see, what we don't know, folks, is what's really happening in our world today. There's people out there that are hungry, that can't get a job, that are homeless, that, you know, for whatever reason, they can't move forward. And when hunger, man, listen, when your stomach is hungry and you hungry, you would eat anything. And that's what America has come to, where something that I've never seen in my life. In my 55 years of living, I've never seen a human eat another human because of hunger. 27 years old. That's sad. What does that tell you about our country? There's some of these restaurants and food places that throw food away instead of packaging it and leaving it outside for the homeless to eat. You know, there's some of us that eat. We go out to dinner, we eat, and we don't eat everything. You know, sometimes we throw half of the food away. We gotta start thinking, hey, someone probably out there is hungry. We can give these leftovers to someone else to eat. You know what I mean? We, the people, got to become better, because it's not the world. The trees don't move, buildings don't move, this world don't move. What moves is the people. We are the ones that got to make it better. We already know that these other people ain't trying to help us. They ain't trying to step up and help us. So we got to take care of ourselves. We got to help our neighbors. You know, and I know it's hard and I know it's tough because things are going crazy, but we got to find a way to unite and take care of our own people. Okay. And I'm not saying just like Latino, black and white. I'm talking about people as general. Okay. We got to put all that color stuff away and we got to take care of each other. Okay. Facts, true facts. There's no need for that guy at 27 years old in LA to not be able to eat something, to not knock on a neighbor's house and say, hey, I'm hungry, and a neighbor not be able to give him something, even a fruit to eat, to stop his stomach from feeling hungry. To go to a restaurant and say, hey, you're going to throw that food out? Let me get that. You know, like we need to start thinking better, you know, and stop thinking about ourselves all the time and stop thinking about money. Money, like money's going to bring you everything. It might bring you everything, but money don't bring peace, man. Money don't bring, the more money you got, the more problems you get. True facts. You know, you can see these movie stars, you can see all these people, man, and I've heard some of them say it. Man, the more money you get, the more problems. That's true facts, man. Right? But if you got that type of money, man, if you got that type of money, start thinking about your community and your people, you know. And when I say your people, I don't mean just your kind, people in general. Okay? Because if we don't stick together, we're really going to lose this fight. And we already losing. They're ahead of the game. Okay? We're losing work, we're losing jobs. They got this AI, they got these AI machines coming out. They got one in LA right now that is run by robots. There's one person in there just making sure that things go right. Everything else, the food, everything in there is run by computer. What is that telling us? There's going to be a lot of us without jobs. There's going to be more people starving. We're going to end up like zombies out here trying to survive. So we need to get together. Come up with a plan on how we're going to survive. Because by the looks of it, there's going to be a lot of us without a work. Truck drivers, you already see, they got these machines operating by themselves in LA. Truck drivers. You know, they lacking truck drivers because, you know, some truck drivers don't want to go to certain states because they sundown states, you know, and they don't want to be out weeks and weeks out, you know, on a truck, even though the money's good, but you don't want to, you know, if you got a family, you don't want to be out 2 or 3 weeks, come home for 3 days and you back out for 3 weeks like that. Make it make sense. Right? So they're replacing people, those drivers, with robots. So they're going to be out of job. Restaurants are going to be, people that work in restaurants are going to be out of jobs. You know, so these are something we need to think about, folks. Okay, just because things are not going crazy in your city, in your town, doesn't mean it's not coming. It's coming. Okay, it's coming. 15-minute cities, they coming. 15-minute cities, they coming. It's already in Australia. Okay? And I tell you this because I care about you guys, and I want you guys to be on point on what's going around our surroundings, because they're putting a lot of stuff on social media. They're putting a lot of stuff on TV to keep you blind on what's happening behind closed doors. All right? Especially a young generation. They lost in the sauce with social media. Okay? They lost with social media. They're not seeing what's happening behind closed doors. A lot of them are. A lot of them are smart. A lot of them are smart, and they know what's going on. But a lot of them are lost on social media. They don't even see what's coming. Okay? So we have to be a little bit more in tune and to what's happening with these people and what they're trying to do and what they're planning. No, I see. You know, action shows, brother. Action shows in you and your action. You know what I'm saying? So you don't even have to explain it to nobody. If they follow you, they see what you're doing, and it is what it is. What's up, Nando UK? What's up? What's popping? I feel you. I feel you. I feel you, brother. It's been like that. I would say the same because that's what I see. That's all I see. You know, and it would be nice for us to have more, to give more, but we can only work with what we got, right? And yes, it seems like always the ones that got less are the ones that always try to spur out what they got to help the other one, and that's how it should be. Because when things start to get tougher here, because things are going to get tougher, we're going to have to learn how to get together and survive. You know, because things is really crazy right now. You know what I mean? Things are really crazy. Um, Rent is going up, food is going up. I think in Canada, I seen a thing on social media where like some some drumsticks, maybe like there was probably 8 or 9 drumsticks in a pack in Canada for $205, and another one was like 223. I was like, what? I was like, 200. I don't know if Canadian money is the same. I think it's probably different. I don't know if it's the same as America, but $200 for some drumsticks, that was insane. I said, there's no way that could be. That could be true. But they showed the price. And I said, what is this world coming to? This artificial food that we eating. You know what I'm saying? This artificial food that we eating and getting people sick. They want us to get sick. It's a business. America is a business state and world, however you want to put it. It's all about business, about profit. You know what I'm saying? And they'll do anything and everything to make that profit, even if they have to kill their own people. That's how they work. And we've seen it happen. Okay, it's not like it ain't happened, it's happened. Okay. We need to wake up a new generation as fast as we can because this world's moving fast. Lily, what's up, mama? Wow, my beautiful queen. Lily Lily is a model. Um, she is a beautiful woman. Does modeling. She got some great photos up on her page. You guys can follow her, check her out. She's amazing. Um, and I'm very proud of you, Lily. Keep pushing. You've been pushing ever since I met you. Um, and I'm very proud of you. Um, and again, different industries are very hard to get into, very hard to connect with the right people. But as long as you're pushing and you go into these events and to these uh, model events, you're gonna meet people. You're gonna meet magazines, and you do your connections, and that's how you're gonna start to move. And I've seen you in a couple, so I'm very proud of you. Um, you know, keep doing what you're doing, and maybe I bring you back on the show. We can talk about your new what you're doing. You know what I mean? Always love to have you. You're amazing. Yes. Always got to stay humble, man. You got to stay humble, man. Humbleness plays big in everyone. Um, Selfishness is not a good thing. Um, but sometimes you got to be, depending on who you're dealing with and who you're working with. You know what I'm saying? Because um, really, some people just don't deserve the help, and it's sad to say. It's sad to say, but it's true. You know what I mean? It's very true. Um, it's very true. So you know, you just got to do what you feel is right. You know what I mean? You do what you feel is right in your heart. You know what I'm saying? and then you go from there, because at the end of the day, it's what makes you happy, man. It's what makes you happy, what motivates you to do things. You know what I mean? And for me, when I help someone, that makes me feel better. You know, um, it truly does. You know, because I know I did some good. You know what I'm saying? And I know for every good I do, there's a blessing behind it, and that's my motto. You know, do good things to for people, um, and blessings will come. And let me tell you, and I say this all the time. Sometimes I do things for people that don't deserve it, right? And I do it because that's just who I am. And I give people chances, you know. But those people that don't deserve it, I give them a chance. And if they burn out on me, they you're not going to get that second chance, because I'm not going to go over that again. You know, but there's people that you deal with and you give them an opportunity and they fail, right? But are good people, you know, and sometimes you got to, retake them from the ground and give them that other opportunity until they catch it, because some people are slower than others, you know, are slower than others. Um, this is my guess. That was my guess. Like, he's in L.A. I forgot that's 3 hours behind. So, folks, some people, it takes more for them um to adjust themselves, than others. Some other people, you give an opportunity and they know exactly what they need to do, right? Some they don't. You got to kind of guide them. Not that, you know. And sometimes I got time to do that, but sometimes I don't, because I'm human. I got my own life. I got to do my thing. I'm not gonna I'm not gonna sit there and stop because this person can't get it right. Along the way, I help them when I can and stuff, here and there. But give me 1 second. I'm talking to Cody. Sorry, folks. We having a time issue here because he's thinking I was going on 7 o'clock his time Pacific. He's out in L.A. Um, but it was 7 my time. So I might have to do a show later on tonight at 10 to bring Cody on at 7 Pacific time. So if that's the case, you know, I'm sorry, folks. You know what I mean? I'll bring him on at 10 tonight. Yeah, so we're gonna do it. We're gonna bring Cody on at 10 o'clock tonight because he thought it was 7 his time, Pacific time. But I'm having fun here talking to you guys anyway, because we're talking about some real stuff here. Um, so that's just the way it is sometimes with some people. They can't. They're not as fast as you are, or they're not just advanced as you are, and they're not in positions like you are, to move, and um, and that's okay. You know what I mean? That's okay. Not everybody moves the same way you move, but at least to give them an opportunity. Yes, T, 100%. A lot of people here are selfish, man. And a lot of people forget where they come from. Because a lot of people that are in this country forget they come from third world countries. You know, a lot of people that are in America right now that have been here for 20, 30 years forget where they come from. A lot of these people here come from third world countries, right? And now because they in a better position, they forget where they come from. See, I never forget where I come from, right? Even though I'm from Puerto Rico, I'm not, from a third world country, but I'm from Puerto Rico. But when I grew up, we were poor. You know, we had to live by what we had: chicken, coffee, corn, because we had like 30 acres. We had horses, we all that, but we lived in the mountain. Sometimes we had to. Sometimes our neighbors didn't have eggs to eat in the morning. Me and my sister used to take the eggs, because we had mad chickens, and take eggs for them to eat. And sometimes we used to switch. We give them eggs and they'll give us bananas. You know, and that's how we survived. The mountain people. You know, we had the other one on the other side of the mountain that he loved to fish. He loved to fish. He used to bring us fish, and we used to be like, "What do you want?" Oh, I will, some chicken or some pork, or some milk, whatever he needed. That's how we. That's how we. That's how we lived. So I never forget where I come from. You know, but I see a lot of people here do. And that's what kind of bothers me a little bit, because not that we all living great, right? Because people think, oh, America is this big place where you come and things happen, and they do happen. But this here slavery, just point blank, right? They think they come here, and some of these third world countries are better than even America, right? You feel free, you walk free, you know, there's not all these laws, and taxes and everything that you're gonna go do is money, 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 you know, and some of these people don't even know they got it better there than here, you know. But for those that are here, remember where you come from, and remember where your truly bloodline comes from. So what I'm saying by this is have a better way of thinking when you see a poor person outside that's asking for change or asking for something to eat. Okay, because maybe you didn't go through that, but your ancestors, your grandmothers, been through that, or even you go back to your country and you see that type of life. Just because you're living a little better doesn't mean that you can't give. You know, and that's that selfishness about a lot of our people here in America. You know, and it's sad to see. You know, it's really sad to see. Yes, we are. Yeah, we are. But a lot of people don't see it that way. A lot of people don't see it that way because of our skin colors, our nationalities. You know, so people are like, no, we're not going to help. They're not part of us. They're not this. They're not that. They're this. They're that, and won't want to help you. But the the twist side of that is What if you was in that position? Would you want people to help you? You see, because you're not always going to be on top. There's some way, somehow, right? A lot of people lose a lot of what they got, right? And then when they come down from that high, right, to where the level of where everybody is at, then they don't know how to act because they never been there. Now they want people to help you. How do you do this? How do you do that? Well, how do I get this? How do I get that? Oh, but wait a minute. When you was up here, you kind of didn't get care about what was going down here. Now all of a sudden you lost what you had up here. Now you down here. Now you want people to help you. Selfish people. You see what I'm saying? So if you're on that high horse, right? Make sure that you stay on that high horse. Because if you fall down here, trust me, you're gonna at the level where most of us are, where we're a lot of us are struggling to pay bills and eat and stuff, and then you fall down and you need help. You're gonna go ask help for the same people you denied help to. Okay, God works in mysterious ways. He sure do. You know, but God always give you what you want, and then He sees what you do with what you get. Okay, because you can't be sitting here saying, me for an example, I'm giving back to the community because I'm here. Not all of a sudden He blessed me. Now I'm a millionaire, and I forgot where I was from, and I stopped doing this. Not, you know what I mean? And He might let me sit there for a year or two or three where I'm like, yeah, I'm on top of the world. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, bang, He takes it all away from me, like He did. I've been there, okay? And He takes it from me. Now I'm back here. Now now I'm asking for help. So what I'm saying is this: if you're down here and you come up, if you're down here and you're helping communities and you're giving back to the community and you make it, keep that same energy, keep that same vibe in giving. Okay. Now, if you up here because you was born with it up here, right? Learn how to be a giver, because the day you fall or anything happens and you fall from that horse, you will want people to help you as well. All right. And you're gonna go back and you're gonna go down to the people that maybe you say disgust me, or they ain't about nothing, or they poor, or they homeless, or they this race or that race or this race, and you can't stand it because you was born with that high horse, you know. So just be humble, be generous, man, and always give back, because our Father, our Creator, when you start to act that type of way, He can take that from you anytime. Suzanne, my queen, what's up? What's up, mama? Yes, yes, true. But not a lot of people think like that. See, a lot of people think the opposite of what you just said. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put it that way. But you're right, 100%. We already rich. You know? Yeah, yeah. Health and being able to wake up in the morning, That's richness right there. True facts, brother. True facts. Yeah, no, it's hard. It's hard. It's hard for everybody at this point, David. It's hard for everyone at this point. That's why we need to stay together as families, because at the end of the day, we brothers and sisters, no matter how you look at it, no matter how you don't want it to be true, it's true. We all come from the same motherland, okay? We just look different because, you know, the the different cultures that we mixed with makes us a little different, but we are the same, and we have to learn how to respect each other as people, not because of race, but because we're brothers and sisters no matter what. What's up, mama? What's up, beautiful? Smoke behind the screen. Where you see smoke at, mama? Where you see smoke? Are you smoking behind your screen, girl? uh always, always. You know, that's important to help one another, man. In anything, you know, in anything, and when you're that type of individual where you like to help people, you humble yourself, and sometimes you help people and they shit on you, right? Because let's speak facts here, right? You help people and they shit on you. You help people that are here with you and then they move up and they forgot who gave them the hand to get there, right? But those people, a lot of them do succeed and a lot of them fall right back down because of a selfishness, right? But those that do make it, when you do make it, you're gonna bump heads, and they're gonna have to walk. They're gonna have to walk by you with their head down because they can't look at you in their face because they know their success. If it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be successful. You know, so it always pays off to be good hearted, and do what you can. Do what you can. I'm not asking, telling no one to take someone by the hand and take them in. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying you do what, if they come to you for help, if you can help, then give them a hand. You know, um, that's my guest telling me if you want to do it tomorrow. Whatever's good for me. So I just say that because I know what it is to be in a hole. You know, to get out that hole and make my first million, right? Make my first million, even though it wasn't legitimate, right? And then have God take it off from me. Now, you name it, I had houses, cars, you name it, I had it. But because of my selfishness, because I thought that I was better than everyone else, little by little, started breaking me down. I started getting into stuff that I don't even know how I got into, and I had to give 20 here, 50 here, lawyer here, another 60,000. Next minute, my cash flow was going down, right? And I was wondering, like, wait a minute, like, how's this happening? It was because of my ways. And God said to me, I'm going to give you a taste of what it feels to have that million. But it's up to you to keep it or to double it up. And the problem wasn't doubling it up. I knew how to double it up. But it was my way of thinking and my selfishness. Because I should have thought about other things instead of the things that I was thinking about. Right? So I had to humble myself, accept the loss, refine myself, build myself over, humble myself to start to climb back up. And that happened to me the day I baptized myself. That's when everything started to happen for me. Right? And I'm okay with it. You know, I know people that wouldn't know what to do if they lost that type of money. Kill themselves, jump over a bridge, like, no. But it happened in a way where I understood why afterwards. Like I said, okay, I know why. I know why this happened to me. And I accepted it because I knew in my heart that I was wrong. Right? I was wrong for what I was doing. And what's happening to P. Diddy and Jay-Z now? They're multi-billionaires. But the empire is starting to break down because of their ways. They're not being humble. They're not being honest to what they do. Okay? So this is bigger than me and us. Because you see what's happening. Stuff is starting to crumble. If they would have stayed humble and kept doing the legitimate stuff that should have been doing, they would have maintained where they were at. So that's my point. You know, don't let money change who you are. You know, if you're a humble person and a giver from the bottom, be that same person on the top. You know what I mean? Be that same person. Don't ever change for no one. If you're true to yourself and you know that what you do is good, stay good. You know the devil's always going to throw stuff at you, right? It's going to tempt you. But you got to stay true to yourself and to your word to maintain what you have. You know what I mean? And it's funny to say that, but it's facts. I'm a living listen, I've been there. It don't. You know, and you know what? They say the churches are out here, these big churches that can hold probably 200 people inside are for the people. Then where are the churches at when these homeless people need shelter? They're not opening doors. These people got to go to wherever they can in cars and under bridges to get warm when there's 2, 3, 4, 5 churches, 6 churches, 7 churches on a strip, right? And listen, I'm not talking bad about them. I'm just saying what I see. I'm gonna keep it 100. I like keeping stuff real, right? I'm talking what I see. Churches out there that don't open doors for these people on this cold night, but you want to open the doors when you want to sit there and say, you know, give me 10% of your check and put it in here for the church. So if people giving you money for the church, why can't they go and you give them a space to stay when it's winter out? Make it make sense. And I'm talking about huge cathedrals that can hold hundreds of people in there. Make it make sense. You said it. That's exactly what it is. It's a corporation. It's all about making money. You're either in the game or you're out the game. You're right, Lily, 100%. That's what exactly what it is. Love you more, mama. Love you more. Definitely. We got to link up. Yeah, Lily's an amazing woman. She got a beautiful child. Um, she does everything for her kids. She does, you know, she does the best that she can for her kid. You know what I mean? And that's what's up. You know, and I admire that from women and men. You know, it's all about family, man. And I don't know if a lot of y'all seen my show last night. I don't know if y'all seen my show last night, but I was with my family last night, and I'm gonna tell you something funny, right? Like I do my shows and stuff, and I get views and stuff, which is cool. I'm not really in for the views. I'm more for the people. But if the views come up, that's fine. But I was having a great time with my family last night, where I danced, I sung. My sister, my niece was dancing, my nephews was dancing, my grandson was dancing, my son was there. It was a family reunion type of thing. I mean, there was only a little of us because we're much, much bigger. When I say bigger, I mean my family is huge. All right, but it was just us that yesterday night. And the fact that I have fun with my family, right, and making them laugh, right, because that's what I'm a joker. When I go to my sister's house, I like to make my kids laugh, my sister laugh, because I just don't know what mood they're in, right, and so I try to do things to make them laugh. And I started dancing or whatever, being a clown. I was being a clown last night, and I went live. And I had some of you guys that were on there laughing, and that's what it's all about. I had a lot of you guys laughing, having fun, with me through my phone. And it felt good that when I went back on my phone, because my niece was saying, "Yo, people are cracking up." That made me feel good, and I kept doing it again because I just don't know what moods people are in. You know what I'm saying? And if I can make someone laugh, then that gives me joy because I don't know what mood they were in before I made them laugh or before they came on my show. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I do. That's why sometimes you see me and I be acting goofy and I say certain things because you got to have that. You can't be serious all the time. You got to have that little kid in you, and know when to bring it out. You know, it doesn't mean you're a punk. It doesn't mean you're soft. It's just that you're trying to find, I don't want to say happiness, but yeah, well, happiness in someone else. You know what I mean? And if I'm happy and I got that good energy and I want to spread it out, then I'm gonna do that. And I did it, and I didn't expect the views. I got like 600 views on that. 600 views within 2 days. That means 300 was the day yesterday and 300 the other day. In 2 days, I had 600 views, and it's probably up even more now. And I didn't even share it a lot. I only shared like 2 pages, and some of you guys shared it. But that just told me one thing yesterday, right? That that energy that I provided last night in my video, being goofy and have my grandson dancing to Michael Jackson and stuff, was the vibe that was needed last night. was the energy that what people were looking for last night to have almost 700 views, 600 views in on that day. People were looking for that type of energy, and people kept logging in and logging in and logging in. And this is why I say that I do things sometimes that I don't even know I do because God put things in my mind and I do things. You know, me and God got this connection, man. And sometimes, folks, it may sound crazy. I can be sitting down and something come in my mind and I do it, and I don't even know where it come from or nothing. It's like something talks to me, and I go do it, and there's a reason behind it, right? And maybe last night, me being goofy and acting stupid and whatever you want to call it was needed for maybe one person or maybe everyone that was watching. You know, I just don't know how many, but that was the purpose of me doing what I had to do because it was put in my head to do that. It's funny, right? It's funny how God works, right? Because I don't know of those 600 people that were watching, I don't know which one of you guys was having a bad day. And watching me being silly, dancing, and you know, because dancing and singing made you laugh. You know, I was watching people that were watching me being silly for 17 minutes, 10 minutes, you know, 8 minutes. Not that's a long time just watching someone. You know what I mean? So that told me that people were enjoying me being silly. Okay, you can put it how you want it. All right, but it was making them happy. That's why they stayed on so long watching what I was doing because it entertained them. It was making them laugh, you know, and then they saw a side of me that no one sees. None of you guys see me acting crazy, acting stupid, you know, making people laugh. None of you guys have seen it, but you see me last night because that was put in my soul to do that. It's weird, bro. It's weird how God connects with me. Because when I'm on here, you don't see me acting crazy. Sometimes, you know, or sometimes you might catch me singing and being silly, but and that has a purpose, you know. And last night, I went all last night. I went all out. You feel me? I had you all laughing, okay, and that was a purpose behind that, and I truly believe so. You know, because I don't really do that. I don't act crazy. I do act crazy like that when I'm around my family, but I don't go live doing it. But something told me I needed to go live and do it. You know, my nephews were dancing. It did, you know, it was a great vibe. The energy in the house yesterday was so high that the dogs, you guys can see my dog. The dogs were tails were like nonstop, like 100 miles per hour. You know, the love was all through the house. And I guess that love was going in through my phone and touching you folks, which it is weird. Always, yeah, definitely, definitely. Lacey, what's up, my queen, my beautiful queen? Hey, okay, my good friend Lacey Lay's actress out of. I don't know if Lacey, you out of Baltimore or Virginia? You from one of those two, but she's awesome. I met her the first time I did a film in Baltimore, and we connected right away. You know the energy, and and you can tell when when you meet good people, good-hearted people, you can tell right away. It's like an energy, and even though I don't see her as much and I don't talk to her as much, when we do see each other, it's like we never left. You know, the love is still there, the energy's still there, and that's when you got good people. That's what you get, right? That's right. That's right. We don't. You do not see a U-Haul following a hearse when they die. We take nothing. So that's why I say enjoy life. Enjoy life the best you can. Tell those that you love them every day, because you know life tomorrow's not guaranteed, and that's why I spend a lot of time now with my family, my son, my grandson, because I'm 55, right? I'm 55 years old. I can go anytime. I made it this far for a reason, and only God knows. Only my Creator knows why He let me live so long. I know I got a job to do, and I hope that this job that I'm doing is the job that I was sent to do. Um, and I got goals. I got goals. You guys know I'm working on a film because I'm a go getter. I see things and I see myself in a different in a different spot every other year, because I'm trying to get to a point in my life where I can look down and lift some other people up. And if I can make some money, right? If I can make some money where I can also help my family, my community, and certain people, then I accomplish my goals. I done filming. I did movies. I've I've worked with some of the some of the best actors that been out there, which was one of my dreams, and I fulfilled it. Music, my kids do music. I did music videos. I fulfilled that. You know, now I'm creating. Now I'm becoming a director, a co-director, right? Where I'm going to help direct a film. Um, and that's another level that I'm on. So, it's all about elevating yourself. You know, one year you might elevate just this much. The next year you might elevate that much. The next year you might elevate that much. But as long as you're moving up, right? As long as you're going this way and not that way, right? Meaning down, then you're accomplishing something, right? Because sometimes we want too much. We ask for too much, right? Pace yourself. Take it one step at a time. You're going to get there, because if it's meant for you, it's going to be there. It's not going to go nowhere. It's just the way you move, you know, to get to where you want to go to. And that takes time. That takes time, because you're going to have so many obstacles in your way to try to stop you from getting to that goal. Sometimes it's family members, sometimes it's your circle, you know, to try to stop you from what you're doing. And you got to overcome those obstacles to get to your next step. And sometimes that means leaving everyone alone and doing yourself, being by yourself. You know, true facts. You know, sometimes you need to eliminate everyone that's in your way, telling you, "Oh, you ain't gonna do that. You wasting your time." But those are obstacles trying to knock down your part, your hunger, your motivation to fulfill your dreams and goals. Believe it or not, those little words are obstacles. They go in your head, and then you believe that you're not good enough. So you start slacking. And sometimes it takes you longer to get there. So you got to take those negativities and put them to the side, and put those people to the side, because obviously they're not doing what you're doing, right? And some of the times they're just couch potatoes, right? They just sit there and see what everyone else is doing, and then talk about those people. Oh, he think he gonna do that. Oh, this guy think he gonna be a rag rapper. But okay, but what are you doing besides talking about other people? What are you doing? So you don't got time for that. If you're a go getter, then you go get that. You feel me? You go get that. Yeah, Susanna's awesome. There you go, my partner. What's up, Mrs. Pounds? Denise Pounds. Amazing woman. Finally came up, huh? Finally gave me face to face. And okay, so this is who I was talking about earlier, right? That she's not cameragetic. She don't like cameras. She just likes being behind the scene. And I like to talk about her because there's things that people don't know. And sometimes those people that are in the shadows are powerful people in what they do, and they're very talented. And Denise is one of those people. You know, she don't really care about camera. She don't care about it. She just cares about family and what she can provide for her family and what goals she can accomplish. And a lot of people don't know she's an amazing writer. I mean, not because she's my partner, not because we're working together, because of what I've read, because of the things that she's written and I've read. Okay, me being a storyteller or creator, right? Because I'm not a writer. I mean, I can write, but I'm not a writer like she is, right? No, when I read a script or book, I say, damn, this person is talented, creative, because some of these books could be true stories, but some of these books are fiction. And when you write fiction, you got to take your brain to the next level, because you're making up stories, right? So to me, there's a difference. True storytellers and book creators. For me, it's too different. Because when you write a true story, you know what the story's about, you know what you're writing about. But when you are a creator and you start to create something out of nothing, out of pure air, and you start to write, that's a different level, right? And that's where I come in a little bit, right? Because I could tell a true story, but I like to create stories because you take your mind. It's like your soul leaves the body and you're in a place where you create. You take it from here, you put here. You say, "Okay, I'm gonna add this here. I'm gonna add this here," and then you make something out of nothing, right? And that becomes something huge. And so Denise is like that as well, right? And we connected, and we're best of friends. Let me tell you, because she can be spicy sometimes, but I understand her. Frustration sometimes, a lot of pressure. You know, things happening in family and family stuff. So I can feel. I understand that, but I understand that because I go through it too. So the thing is to how you fix that is to be able to understand her and be a great listener, right? Because sometimes people are frustrated and they just need someone to hear them out, you know. And I've learned that um, through my journey because I wasn't a listener. I was like, listen, if it ain't about me, I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Go talk to the wall, talk to your pet, call your sister. I ain't got nothing to do with that, right? But sometimes you got to understand that some people don't have that. Some people don't have that best friend or that person they can call to hear them out, you know, and and things happen, and I've learned that, and I don't, I want to be a great listener, you know, and be a great friend and be a great supporter, And that's why her and I get along so well. And that's why her and I are putting together this amazing project that we're working on, among other projects that she already worked on that are super, super amazing. It's just an opportunity for people to give us, to put out there and see how talented she is and I am and the team is. All it takes is one opportunity to give us, and you're going to see how creative and how great of a writer she is. You know, um, and she's a people's people. She worked. Um, she's awesome. She got a great heart. And of course she got her guards up because we all got our, our our guards up, because sometimes you get involved with people that you think are on your page, and then you end up helping them, and then they end up biting you at the end. So it's happened to her. It's happened to me. That's why we get along well, because now we're not just dealing with everybody. You know, we're looking for the right people, researching them, asking around on who they are and how they work before we bring them around us to work on our team. And for me, pretty much, I know because I've had so many great people come on my show as directors, actors, composers, you know, uh, script writers, you know. So I kind of know who I will want to join our team. So we're building that. We're building that team. You know, and we're still writing the script. So once that's done, there's going to be opportunities, right? Um, there's going to be opportunities, going to be perks too, for people to be a part of this film. But I'm gonna tell you like this, because I like to keep it 100. I know there's going to be people reaching out to me about wanting to do this and that, but there's a lot of you guys that I got my cards under my sleeve to play my cards with, because a lot of them are selfish, and I like to keep it 100. I don't like to bullshit nobody. Remember what I said earlier. Sometimes people are up here, and because they're up here, they don't want to mess with you because you're down here. As soon as they see you grow, those are the first ones that want to come at you. Okay? So just know this. I already got my eye on you, right? Because if there's anything in this world that I'm going to end up doing, it's making sure that this film happens. Okay? And for those that doubt me, I thank you proudly, because it's that doubt that motivates me. You know what I mean? And once we take off, we ain't looking back, because it's one project after another project. Listen, this woman has so many projects, that she got, that we can be filming for a year or two. I don't even know, but and they're all awesome. So that's what I wanted to say. Okay, because it is what it is. Denise, yeah, you have to go through something in life, right? See, you have to go through something in life so that you can learn from, right? And be better at in the future. You know what I mean? And for me, everything I've been through, the struggles, the drug dealing, the shootouts, everything I went through in my life, people trying to take my life, I learned from that, right? And I had a choice: either I was going to keep playing the game, I was going to end up in two places, jail or dead. I chose my family. in my life. Once I had my kids, I chose my family. But I learned from that. And what I learned from that, I learned that I didn't want my kids to go through that. Mm. And it just built me. It built me to become a better man. It built me to understand that I know what's wrong and what's right. It taught me to know what I don't want done to me, so I'm not going to do to the next person. It molds you. It molds you to become a better person, right? It does. But that's your choice to become a better person, because you have a choice. You can be molded into a good person, but it's your choice to stay a good person or not. You know what I mean? I'm a good person, right? It molds me to become a good person, but I still have that lion in me. I just got it tamed. So I don't want people to get it confused because you see me smiling and joking around and I have a lion in me that's tamed. I tame it by becoming a better person. I tame my lion in my body by not putting myself in positions for that lion inside of me to come out, for people to see that dark side of me. You know what I'm saying? So these are choices that you have to make in life to don't so you won't have to backtrack and become that person you was back then. You got to change your circle. I've done all that. I'm not saying I don't like my old homies. I love my homies to death, but I'm not doing that no more. That's not what I do anymore. I'm not in that life anymore. Right? I'm moving forward. I chose to be better. So I surrounded myself around beautiful people. I surrounded myself around people that do what I do, what I'm interested in, acting, the filming industry, right? To change my circle. None of my homies do what I do, and if they do, I don't know about it because I don't look back. I move forward. If I don't see you in my presence doing it, then you're not doing it, right? So I change my circle. But in that circle too, I'm gonna have my demons. There's gonna be people that are gonna test you. There's gonna be people that want to see your downfall. There's gonna be people that are gonna think they're better than you because they got more movies done than you do, or they're directing more movies than you do. And that's when I'm gonna call it cock blocking start happening. But you stay humble, and you're always gonna find the good people that are gonna direct you the right way. You know, and when you got a great writer, you got a person like me that's motivation. She's motivating, and that know people. Anything is possible. You know what I'm saying? Anything is possible, but we got to make the right choices, right? And yeah, we're gonna have our bumps because once people see your first film and they see the talent that you have, those that are already up here see, whoa, we can't let these people go up here because they're too talented. They got the right team. Infiltration start to come in. People start talking about you. People try to start dirtying your name. People come to infiltrate and do dirty things on your stuff, and then try to. All that happens, and I know because I'm seeing it happen with one of my friends. Okay, and she only been in the business for 4 years, and I seen the people trying to sabotage her. So I expect that. But if I can weave my way around those people that she already worked with, well, trust me, when you do something in this industry and you screw people over, don't think that people just because you don't hear your people talking about you doesn't mean that they're not talking about you. If you're being unfair to your actors or to your people talk. Okay, so I know about certain individuals, right? And that's what I said. That when they come my way, I'm putting that wall. You did it to my friend. You're not doing it to me because it's not going to go good with coming my way. It's just not going to go good for you. So so I try to cut it. I try to cut it before it gets to that point. You know what I mean? So it's always good to be good to people. What's up, sis? Love you, mama. We got 600 views, girl. We got like 600 views, Mercedes, on that thing last night. Okay, not that it's a lot, but for what we was doing, being silly and acting crazy, 600 views is good. Shoot, because I'll be here doing some real stuff. I can't even get 200. You know what I'm saying? For real, for Rizzy Dizzly. Right, Suzanne. And I feel you because I was in that boat too. So now my question to you, Susan, you growing up eating canned foods and spaghetti, raviolis and stuff, I don't know what position you're in now, but obviously, I'm thinking, now that you're older, it humbled you more because you know how it felt to just be eating other canned food, spaghetti and raviolis every other week or every week if you had to. Now you're maybe in a better position, so you respect that. You respect people that are in that position that you were in then because you was there. So you're not going to make fun of them. You're not, and if you bump into one of those people and you're in a better position, you're going to give because you know what it felt to just live out of canned food, spaghetti, and raviolis. It everything that happens to us in life, right? Everything from when we're born to where we are today is a learning lesson, right? So, what have you learned through all these years to make you, mold you a better person today? That's the question. Love you more, sis. I know you. I know you'll agree because you come from my blood, and we think the same, sis. Thank you, David. 100%. 100% true. So, what do I look like looking at an example, David, right, that might live in the country that's eating off his livestock, but he's a hell of a guy. He's a humble guy. He will give me his shirt if he has to. But why should I think different of him because I'm up here and he's not? That make me better than him? No. He's human. He's just like me. In my eyes, we equal. So if I'm up here and he's down here, and I know he's a hell of a guy, if I can help him at least come up to here halfway, man, why not help him? Because the friendship that we're gonna build, David and I, is gonna be a friendship that's gonna last forever. The love that we're gonna bond and build together as friends is gonna be forever. And I might be here, he might be, and I probably helped him get to the middle. If someday I fall lower than him, he's gonna say, you know what? Vic gave me a hand when I was in my lowest, and because of him, I'm here. Let me go down here and bring him back up. Because I know that once I bring him up, once I bring Victor back up and he get that rolling again, he's gonna go right back to where he was and he's going to be in a better position, and I'm going to be in a better position. And see, I wish people think like that. A lot of people don't think like that because a lot of people are selfish. You know, I follow people's hearts. You know, you can be ugly as hell, you can look like a demon, but if you got a good soul and you a humble person, and I know that you a giver, man, you got me. You know what I mean? Facts, because I know what it is. And when you meet a person like that, it's because that person has been through a whole lot of shit in their past. Okay? So when you meet people that good, it's because they mold themselves to be that way because of what happened to them in the past or what they've been through in the past. They're not just humble just to be humble. They're not good people just to be good people. There's a story behind that. There's a story behind each one of you people right now that are watching me. All right? And if you're not humble yet, if you're not a good person, then you're still going through those dark times. You know what I mean? And you got to find a way to get away from that. Because if you're going through dark times and you're having those bad moments, you cannot hang around people that are already molded into humble and good people, because those two energies don't collide. I mean, those two energies collide. You know what I'm saying? So not until you get yourself out that darkness and out of those bad things, you're not going to be able to hang with the good crowd, because that bad energies, they're going to feel it and they're going to be like, whoa, I don't want that. I've been there already. I don't want to go back. You understand me? So it's weird how I'm putting it. It might sound weird to you, but it's facts, man. And I'm a living proof of that. This is why I am who I am today. You know, I'm still outgoing. I'm still funny, you know, but I mold myself to be a better person, because even though I'm not involved with what I used to be involved with, I still got a beast inside of me. You know, I still got that beast inside of me that if I need to be ugly and nasty, I can be ugly and nasty. You know what I mean? You never lose that side of you. What you do is you tame it like an animal. You put it in a cage and you leave it there. Because sometimes you might have to let that lion go for certain things and then put them right back in that cage. You know, because sometimes people take your kindness for weakness. Okay? Sometimes people take your kindness for weakness, and you got to let that lion out to let them know you don't want to play in these grass. You don't want to play in these grounds, okay? So fall back a little bit and let me tame this lion back where he was, and let me do what I got to do. You stay over there. Okay? Because sometimes you need to do that. That doesn't make you a bad person if you get out of character, because those that really know you, those that respect you, those that are in your circle, those that are working with you, know who you are. So for them to hear that you got out of your character, to them is something, well, either something must have happened or someone did something to him, because he's not like that. I've known him for 10 years or 4 years, 5 years, or I be around him. That's not him. Or it is him, but I know he has that animal tamed. That animal only comes out when something is done that's not correct. You feel me? So, you know, folks, it's how you mold yourself, man, at the end of the day, man. What's up, IG? My man, 50 grand. Gail, my brother, what's up? Gail, my man, 50 grand, what's up? Great show. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, Gail. Gail is an amazing musician and singer. He got his brother Dale. I love those guys to death. I mean, you see me post up their stuff. Uh, Nashville, Tennessee. Big shout out to Nashville, Tennessee, Alabama, the whole South. Um, and these guys are very humble. And I love them to death. And this is a good example. Gail and Dale to me look like came up from a quiet family. Maybe not as dark as my side, but they came on my show. I brought them on my show. We connected. There was something about us that we connected, and we've been friends ever since. And though we don't talk a lot like we used to, I still love them the same, and nothing changed from me loving these brothers like my brothers. Where someone can tell you that they want you to come over to see, because Gail and Dale asked me to come over to their house. They invited me to their home, right, to stay if I had to. For someone to say that to a individual that they don't know is because they feel a spirit, right? They see the good in you, regardless of our lifestyles being different, right? Because we are different. I'm from the city, they from the country, right? And I've been to probably a whole lot worse things and done probably worse things that they had done, right? But the bond, right? And like I said, I mold myself to become a better person, to be able to deal with individuals like Dale and Gail and other people that which we are different cultures, right? But which don't matter, because what matters is what's in your heart, right? What's in your heart and what type of individual you are, what type of energy and love you're giving to these people. And for them to ask me to come to their home, to visit them, to come on a show with them, to stay, to me, that's the biggest thing in the world, because, here come these guys. They really don't know me. They know me through my show and they see my show, but who they see is who I am. This is who I am. I'm not changing for nobody, and I'm not going to treat Gail and Dale different from any one of you guys, right? I'll treat you all the same. Give you the love I can. If I can help you in any way, I help you, because this is who I am. Again, the beast is always going to be in the cage. Because if I'm with Dale and Gail and we on a tour or we doing a show and I see something that's coming their way that's going to harm them, I'm going to stand in the way. You got to go through me first. You understand me? Because that's just who I am. You know what I mean? I protect my friends, especially if I know that you guys are not that type of people that, that get involved with any. I'll take that hit. I'll take the hit because I know I've been there. I lived that life. You know what I'm saying? I'll take that heat because I'm not going to let my friends be hurt because you jealous of them, because they're moving up and you're not, and I know in my heart that they're great people that come from a great family. I come from a great family too. I just chose the wrong path. You know what I mean? Because that's the path I was living. My sister, she's different from me. She saw the life, but she didn't choose that life. She could have chose the same life I chose, but she didn't. I chose that life. But my sister's beautiful. My sister got a beautiful heart, and I'll protect her to the death. So, that to me means everything. To know that people want me around them, love my vibe, want me to come, to come see them and spend time with them and break bread and eat with them, that means so much to me from where I come from, and I built myself to where I'm at today for people to feel that way that Gail and Dale, feel for me, And I honor that, because you know I've never had that type of love, where people um, felt so comfortable with me, where they can invite me to their home. And when someone invites you to their home, man, let me tell you, that is the best feeling ever. Especially people that you never met, that feel that comfortable that they wanted you to come to their house because they trust you. And let me tell you, I'm big in trust. And I got tattooed in my hands, and I show you a lot. Respect, respect, and loyalty. Respect and loyalty. I live and die by those rules. Okay, because when you got a friend and you're loyal to them, you're loyal to the death, and you got to learn to respect them. Okay, just like you want to be respected, you give that same respect back to those that you say you love, or you say they're your friends. And I mold myself around that. And I've been to people's homes, that I go there and they don't even want me to leave. They be like, stay another day, stay another day. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And it's just so good to give that energy out to people, where they miss you when you go because you're different, right? You're different. You bring in a different energy to them, and like I said, my energy is always up. My energy is up always. I can be I can be at a country club, and I will bring an energy in there that those people will be like, "Who the hell is that guy? We need that guy to come here." Okay, either I'm gonna make you laugh, either I'm gonna turn up the party, or something. That you're gonna remember me. Okay, um, so yeah, so Gail and Dale are amazing guys, and I'm gonna end up going to Nashville. When things get better. Right now, I'm in a little slope where things are not too good. But once things start to get better, um, then I'm gonna start making some trips to go see you guys, especially Dale and Gail, because you know their music is amazing. They got amazing souls. I know they come from an amazing family, um, and I just don't want to meet them, but I want to meet his parents if they're still alive, and his family, because when you meet good people, you want to see the other good souls, right? Um, and that's what it's all about. Maybe I can chef up some rice and beans. Maybe I can chef up some rice and beans and have them speak some Spanish while I'm making the Spanish rice. Órale, papi, que lo que hay? Oh boy, I tell you. Yes, I agree, Gail. 100%. 100%, Gail. Our higher power is something that we can't see, we can't touch, but it's everywhere. God is energy, man. God is it's like an orb, right? God is like an orb. He's everywhere. At the same time, he's like everywhere. God is energy. Our soul is energy. You know what I mean? And that's the beauty of it, that he can be here and be there at the same time. It's just amazing. Right. I agree. Thank you, Gail. And that's what it's all about, Gail. It's about my show's about positive all the time. You know that it's all about positive. And sometimes I get deep. Sometimes I can get deep into conversations and stuff like I am now. You know, but it's needed, right, Gail? Because a lot of people don't know who you are, right? People don't know who you are. I know who you are because you've been on my show several times. We spoken out of the show. You text me and we spoke and we went live. So I don't know a lot about you, but I know of you, right? And what I know is that you guys are amazing. You guys are humble. You guys come from a great family, and you guys just want to give back to the community and help people. And that to me is kind of everything, right? Um, so sometimes these conversations need to be talked about because a lot of you guys don't know each other. I know you guys because you guys been on my show, you know. Um, so I kind of like to, you know, tell people what I feel about you individuals that do come on my show and how grateful I am for some of you guys to actually ask me to come over to you, visit you guys. That's big, you know what I mean? For me, maybe for other people that's not, but for me it's big. When someone feels comfortable enough to ask me to come to their home, you know, yeah, you can stay in my home. Like that's big. Like, not a lot of people do that, especially nowadays that things are crazy. You know, not that I'm crazy or anything, but it's an honor for me. It's an honor to have individuals like you, Gail and Dale, to ask me to come over your house. I had other people that have told me the same thing, and I'm grateful for that because it tells me that I have changed because you guys see it in me, right? So I'm not bugging when I say that I've molded myself to become a better person because you guys see it in me. So I have changed. You know what I'm saying? Not because I say it, because you guys say it. You guys see it. You guys are asking me to come out to see you and stay so that to me tells me everything, you know. So I thank you guys for that, you know, for letting me know that what I've thought of myself, it is what it is because you guys see it in me. And thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's my sister Gail. Watch it, because Gail and Dale are female hunters. It's boy, them two are hound dogs. That's why they got them out in the south. Those two are hound dogs. They can smell a female from miles away. But they, but they're awesome. Oh boy, I love them to death. And just what I'm saying, because I'm a jokester, But my jokes are good jokes. They're funny jokes. Hmm. My queen, what's up, Sydney? How are you? Sydney's amazing too. Sydney's she's a paranormal investigator. She did a show the other day. She was with some of her friends. They were somewhere in the house. But this is you know, I know so many people, right? I know so many of you guys around the world, and I know that a lot of us sometimes have our differences with whatever it is. And and sometimes I don't agree with some of the stuff that some of you guys do or say, you know, but that's okay because sometimes people get in their feelings and they say things and do things. I understand that. This is why I say that I come from a different cloth and I'm different because I've learned to understand people's feelings, you know, and I'm a great listener and I understand that sometimes we do things and we say things that we don't mean, right? Maybe at the moment when we're in that heat of the moment, we might say that, then later on, um, we might regret what we said, or you feel hurt because you said certain things to someone, and maybe you might not even talk to that person anymore after that incident, but still you feel like, man, I should have never said that, and I feel bad, and you may not even apologize to the person again, right? But as long as you recognize your mistake, right? As long as you recognize your mistake and you can correct it for the next time that you get yourself into that position, then you would know how to deal with it, right? Because sometimes we lose friends good friends, because I've done it. You know, I'm not perfect. I've done it where I lost my head and I said things. I was like, whatever, whatever. If you don't like it, then it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And then I regretted it because sometimes we jump the gun or we let our inner feelings or emotions come into play and we do things and we say things that we shouldn't say, right? And and sometimes we hurt people, right? And that's why I be try to be careful of what I say to people, and I learn from things, which builds me to become a better man. You know, so whenever I decide to be in a relationship, I know what to do and not to do, and what to say and not what to say, right? And it's weird, but that's just the way I move. Sydney's an amazing person, and I met her a while ago. We don't really talk much. We see each other on Instagram. She might like something, I might like something to her, but we don't really talk much. Sometimes she might say hi, I might say hi, but I love her. You know, no different from I love my sister or I love Gail, Dale. Because I'm just a loving person, right? And again, there might be people that don't even like me, but that's okay. That's their prerogative, you know, because I'm a lovable person. I mean, like if you don't like me, then there has to be real something personal with you and me, because unless it's from the past, then you have a reason to get mad at me. But if it's from like now on, like from when I started my show, there's no reason, because I've been a changed person for almost 8 years now. So I don't do things to hurt people. I don't do things to belittle nobody, and I'm sure people talk about me, but that's okay, because at the end of the day, I know where I stand. I know where I'm going, and I'm not here to hurt nobody. And I haven't said nothing about nobody that can say that I said about Sydney or I said about anybody. And if I did say something about somebody, it's because they deserve me to say it. And I would say it to their face if I have to, you know. But sometimes it's best to keep things to yourself than to put it out there, because sometimes I may say something to Sydney like this, and Sydney might call her best friend because she trusts her best friend, and she know her best friend ain't gonna say nothing, and she'll run it to her best friend. But every best friend has a best friend. Remember that. Every best friend has a best friend. So that best friend's gonna say it, and he's gonna say it, and it's gonna get to the person sooner or later. And by the time it get to that person, it might not be the little stuff that Sydney said, or I said to Sydney. It might be like this. Now you are gonna have to explain, and now other people are gonna get involved into it when they shouldn't, because it wasn't their business. So I try not to do those things, right? And that's why I only deal with certain amount of people, right, in my circle, because you don't want to be the one be stuck. Oh yeah, well Don Big, he's a good dude, but he's a blabbermouth, or he talks about people. I don't do that. I don't do that because there's no need for me to do that. If I don't like Sydney's show, if I don't like what Sydney does, then I just don't watch the show. It doesn't give me the right to go talk to her friends and say, "Hey, Sydney this, Sydney that." What does that say about me as a person? You know what I mean? I'm not built like that. I wasn't. My parents didn't teach me to do that. So I don't do that. You know what I mean? I kill people with kindness. You know, I kill them with kindness and progress. You know, that's what I do. Thank you, David. You know, you love to dance. Yeah, I kind of pushed it a little bit. You know what I mean? Thank you, Gail. Well, what I want to do is Being a blessing is fine, and I pray. Thank you so much for saying that. But I want to also be able to change people's lives, you know, and I want to position myself to do that someday. I don't know when or when God's going to give me that opportunity to be able to change people's lives, right? Um, and I want to be a blessing into people's lives, So this is why I do what I do, and I go hard at what I do. I try to position myself in certain ways where I can give back to my people and to my community and to you guys. If I can connect you guys to someone, which I've done since I started the show, is connect people to see if you can connect yourself to where you need to be connected to do other bigger and better things. That's fine with me, because it's not about me; it's about you guys. Right? That's why I do the show. Give you a platform for you to come here and talk about what you do, sing a song, um, talk about your project, and maybe someone that's listening might say, you know what, I like these guys. I want to connect with them. Let's do a duel. Let's do this. Let's do that, and connect. You know what I'm saying? Because all it takes is one song, one good song to be go viral, and you're going on to the top. You know, and it's hard. It's not easy to make that one song. I think you got it. I think you guys had a couple songs that I've heard that can take you to the top, but it needs the right people behind it to push it. You know, it takes the right it takes the right team to take those songs to the right locations and to the right people to make those songs go viral, to make them number one hits. Because even that Trump song you guys got, that song is that song is amazing. That song is amazing. That song should be up top. Right, sis? It right. I am myself. And I would never change who I am for nothing. Because, you know, what brought me here today to be who I am is my experiences that I've had in the past. And made me a better man. I know I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I've hurt a lot of people. Um, my relationships weren't good. Some were good, but some weren't good. And I can't blame her for everything because I got fault too. I was doing things I wasn't supposed to do, but I learned from that, right? And that's what makes me a better man now. So now, whenever God decides to bring a woman into my life, she's gonna be, listen, if she's never been treated like a queen before, then she's gonna know what being a queen is. And I say that not because of financial reasons, but because I understand now a woman. I understand them, and I know what I need not to do to tick them off. I know what I need to do to keep them on point. Now, as far as my behalf, I know what I need to do as a man, right? To do the right thing by a woman. Now, if she doesn't know what to do right by me, then the right thing for me to do, say, honey, even though I love you, I got to move on because this is not working. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you, right? I'm not even going to raise my voice. I'm just going to say, honey, I'm going to go pack my bags and I'm going to go. Okay, you figure it out. If it's meant to be, we can talk it out and see what happened. If it's not, then you go on. Because when you get to a certain age, right, in your life, you don't got time for arguments. You don't got time to be playing, right? You don't got time to be cheating. You know, you're there to have a beautiful relationship, understanding relationship, communicating, right? and giving each other that vibe and energy to to prosper and love each other, right? Respect each other, be loyal to each other. If that's not in your if that's not in your in your mind to move that way, then you're definitely not for me. You know, you're definitely not for me because as grown-ups, we gotta learn and understand that there's certain things you don't do when you're 20, 30, 40, when you're in your 50s. You should already learn what not to do. You don't need a grown man telling you, Ma, you're out of place, right? If you feel that in your 50s you still got some inner stuff that you need to let go, right? Meaning you still want to be in clubs, you still want to dress prerogative. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong at your 50 to dress nice, but there's a certain way of nice that a woman has to dress, especially if you representing your man and you representing yourself. There's a certain way you dress. You can look sexy, you can look super fly and sexy without having to show half of your body. That's what I'm saying. So when it comes to that point of a relationship, when you're a man, right, or you're a woman or a man, and you still want to play, then don't get in relationships. Don't ruin someone else's life because you're not ready to commit. You know, and I'm learning, and I learned this, and I learned this by my mistakes. That's why I say that this time around, when I get into a relationship, everything's going to be thrown on the table. This is what I want in a woman. If you can't see me eye to eye there, then just let's this dies here. We can be friends. We can go out. We can have dinner. If that's the case, if you feel like you still want to play, that's fine. It's not going to hurt me because we're not in a relationship. But you're not going to come in my life, or I'm going to come in your life to play games. I don't got time for games. I got too much going on. I got a goal in my life that I'm trying to fulfill to have someone come into my life to play games. I ain't got time to be focusing on your stupidity. So you're either going to come correct or don't even come my way at all. Vice versa. You know what I mean? When you're grown at a certain age, because I see some women nowadays, they're in the 50s, almost 60, and they still think they're in the clubs. They want to hang with the younger girls. They want to do the young. And I'm not saying that's nothing wrong with that. But if you're trying to keep a relationship, if you're trying to get a real man, that's not working. I don't care how bad you look, how beautiful your body is. Because see, what a lot of women don't understand is that, man, we're not after that anymore. That's overrated. Women with a nice body, that's everybody got a nice body. Real men want peace. When you're at a certain age, like my age, all you want is peace. Someone you can come home to and be peaceful with. Sit down and have a conversation, not an argument because you're 10 minutes late. Not an argument because I just threw on this polo shirt, I threw on some cologne, and I'm going to head out the door to meet up with my boys. I don't need that argument. You know, so that's where a lot of women need to grow. You know, because if you're sure of what you got, there's no need for you to be jealous. There's no need for you to take it out of content, right? Because at that age in your life, you should know what to do and not what to do. If a woman approaches me and I got my girl, right? And I got my girl, say Sydney's my girl, for an example, right? Sydney is my girl, right? And I say, Mama, I'm going to go head out with the boys real quick. I'm going to be at the bar. If you need me, call me real quick. If you need me to bring something back, just let me know. I'm going to be there an hour. If you see that I take a little long, give me a call just to make sure. Boom. All right, baby. Boom. I leave. I'm at the place with the boys. We chilling. I know my girl's at home, right? Boom, boom, boom. Here comes this bad chick. Boom. Maybe she feels I'm attractive. Boom, right? But I'm a man. Men's are always gonna look, right? I might look, but I know I got my girl at home, right? Me as a man, I gotta respect her and know my position as a man, knowing that I got a woman at home, and whatever this woman can give me, I can get it at home, right? That's my mentality. She walks up to me, say, "Hey, bam, boom, boom." I said, "Listen, mama, I know you look fly and all that, but I got one at home that I got a girl at home. You know what I'm saying? And I don't do this. So thank you. I'm flattered that you feel that I'm attractive, whatever, but I don't do those things, right? Because if I don't respect my girl, I'm not respecting myself, right? And 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 I got into this relationship with her to respect her and to be loyal to her, right? And sometimes the devil does that to you to see if you can keep your word. And it's a challenge because it's happened to me in the past. You know what I mean? But you got to stand your ground, because if you got something at home that you love, that treats you good, that you come home to, and your food is done, your laundry is done, you know, and it's a good relationship. Why screw that up for 20 minutes of sex with this woman, or whatever the case may be, and that can ruin everything you got good with your girl at home, just because you was tempted to do something with this woman. And and even if you did, right, and you knew your girl wasn't going to find out, the guilt it still will kill me, because I know I broke that bond of loyalty with my girl. You feel me? And I know that she wouldn't do it to me. So why am I going to do it? Why would I hurt her if I know she's not going to hurt me? You feel me? So it takes a strong man to do those things. You know, it does, because temptation is a bitch. Sorry, my word. It is. But because I've been through that, and it messed up good relationships that I had, that I probably would have still had today if I didn't let my temptations take over. I would have never lost these good women that I had. So, with that being said, what I'm saying is that I know now today, at my age of 55, I'm not going to make those mistakes. And if I feel in my heart that going to those places and being tempted like that's going to cause me something, I won't go there. I'll tell my boys, "No, I'm not going there. Let's go somewhere else. Go to the park, go play baseball. I'm not going there." You know what I'm saying? I don't need that temptation, because I got something at home that's beautiful. I'm not doing that. So that's, but you have to grow. You got to make these choices as you grow and become older and wiser. And some women, are the same thing. You know, Sometimes temptation with women, too. So you just got to know, you know, um, where you guys stand when you first meet, and you have those conversations. Um, and they're not easy conversations. You know what I'm saying? They're not easy conversations, but and let me tell you something. There's good men out there, ladies. There's good men out there, but because I see the show, be like, girls be like, there's no good men's out there nowhere. They are out there. They're just not looking for you. They pass through you every day. Good men pass through you every day. They at the sub shop. They're at the stop and shop. They everywhere. They just don't see you, because you don't have those qualities that they're looking for. Because a lot of good men are by themselves. You know why? Because they've been through so much in their lives that They say, you know what, I'm done. I can't find the right woman to fulfill my needs the way or think that I think. Because you know you're out there searching at the wrong places. You're either carrying yourself wrong. You're dressing like you're not dressing like a woman should be dressing. You're dressing, but you're looking for attention. A woman that's been through that already, that's been doesn't look for attention because she already know who she is and what she got and what she's bringing forward to the table. She doesn't have to walk around with half a shirts and thongs hanging out. That's a woman that's looking for attention. So if you're that type of woman and you're looking for a real good man, good luck. Let me know when you find one. I'll be waiting. Okay, because all you're gonna attract are the hustlers, the gangbangers, and the hood brothers. That's all, because that's what you're portraying as a woman by showing your body. Those are the guys you attract. You're not going to attract a real dog man, because a real man don't want his wife throwing her stuff around. That's for him to see. You know, that's like if you got a man, right, and you say he's your man, right, but you got a neighbor across the street that she look good. You got another neighbor across the street that she look good. But here I come, I take off my shirt and I'm walking down the street to throw off the trash. What am I doing? You see what I'm saying? A real man that knows that and doesn't want problem with his wife is going to put on a shirt or sweatpants, and go outside and throw the trash. Respect for his wife or his girlfriend. You see the difference, ladies? That's all I'm saying. So if you're coming my way, you better come correct. Facts. What's up, mama? You know I love you, Sydney. I'm saying if any of you women think the opposite of what I'm saying, let me know. I'll bring you to the show right now, and you can tell me why you think it's not what I'm saying. It's not what it is. I want to know your opinion, because I see here sitting saying, "Hey, like, hey could be, hey no, hey yeah." You're exactly right. Jesus shade my people here with my voice and will not follow anyone else. Yeah, you know, I'm telling you, like it's that's right. And and I don't, all I hear, and I know a lot of you see, we got different terminologies here. See, people call our creator Jesus. I call him my creator, right? And that's fine. You can call him what you want. I call him my creator, right? Because I know something created me. Um, and I don't know if Jesus is the actual name to our creator. That's just something that we got on the Bible. And since Bible was built by man, I don't really trust man like that, you know. So I'm gonna say my creator. But that's all right. You can say Jesus if that's fine. We all have our different beliefs, and I'm not gonna say you're wrong for saying Jesus, but it is what it is. If you believe it, that's fine. Jesus it is. Jesus it is, Gail. All day. IG, you know the vibes, all day, every day. Um, and and I try to speak my heart to you guys because I want to inspire you, some of you guys, and bring the truth, man. Because we're not perfect, but when you're in a position where you're by yourself and you're looking for someone to come into your life, there's certain things that you need to stop, and not that there's certain things that you do and you don't do. And for women was something, but for me, that was my opinion. For me, that's what I would look in a woman. You know, I don't want my woman walking around with with short shorts and half a shirts, and she's trying to represent me. Because when you do that, you're looking for other attention. Either you're not secure with yourself, or you're not ready to get in a serious relationship when you're showing your body like that. I think a body's secret and it should be just for your man. And I'm not saying that, because there's ways, like I said earlier, you can be sexy as hell, right? You can wear stuff and look real sexy, look fine without exposing your body. See, that's where different women, different categories of women come in. And real men look for those certain qualities in women. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, I'm just one of those guys. I look for this type of quality in a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not looking for a model, because I'd rather choose the one that looks eye with an eye body, but got a heart of gold and got morals. You know what I'm saying? Versus the one that looks fly as hell with a fly body, but her heart is ain't pure. Those are headaches. I don't need headaches in my life. You know what I'm saying? I don't need. I'm okay being the good looking one and my girl looking all right. You feel what I'm saying? Then versus me being the eye one and my girl being the fly one. I don't need those headaches. I don't. I ain't got to worry about when she go to work if the co-workers are hitting up on her, or she's over there. I don't need that in my life. You feel me? That's what divides real women to these certain women. Okay, because even at the place of work, there's always a guy trying to hit up on your girl. Believe me, if your girl's good looking, there's someone at your workplace, at her workplace, trying to hit up on her. That's just facts. If it ain't her workers, it's someone in the building. All right, because that's man's nature. Especially if they single. You know what I'm saying? But it's a but here. But it's up to the woman to either stop that, check him, or she can let it keep riding. Right? And I say that when a woman is working and there's a coworker trying to hit on her, if she respects a man and her man's taking care of her, the right thing to do is say, "Hey, don't talk to me like respect me. I got a man." And if you do that again, then you're gonna have a problem. Stop it right away. But if you let it keep riding, is either because you're ready to move on, you're not quite into your man, or you still haven't stopped, or you still want to play. That's it. There's nothing in between those three things. So either you're gonna be a woman and stand and stop that because you respect your man. Your man, your man loves you and he's helping provide with you. You guys are growing together. Then you need to respect that. You need to stop that right away. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, you still here, Spicy? Yeah, and I love you too, Denise. And that's a bond that you and I build together. And I say it because you know I've learned in my life, right, that sometimes you meet people that you may like, right, or you find attractive. But for me, I have to get like a sign, right, that either you're attracted to me or that you like me. Because I'm the type of guy that even though if I find you attractive and I like you, I would never, ever give you any sign that I'm attracted to you because I don't want to cross that line, And if we are friends or not friends, regardless of what it is, I will keep that professional um, mindset there. And I would never disrespect them. I would never say anything I would never say anything vulgar. I would never say anything. You would never know if I'm attracted to you or not because I would have to get that first. Um, I would have to get that first notice, and that's I've always been like that, you know. But Denise and I, we have a bond that it's amazing. You know, we met. Um, I was going to be in one of her films, and we became so close, you know, through the project and talking and stuff like that. Where she my sister, you know what I'm saying? I see Denise as my sister Mercedes, you know, and it's beautiful to have relationships like that. And that's another thing that if I ever have a relationship in the future with a woman, she's gonna have to know that I got female best friends. And if she doesn't like the fact that I have my best friends and and that I can introduce her to my best friend so that she know that they are actually my see because that's the thing with me. I'm an open book. I'm not gonna hide none of my female friends to my girlfriend because I don't want my girlfriend to feel uncomfortable, right? I'm gonna introduce you to my friends because they're gonna call me, maybe call me at 11 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night for some reason. That might be an emergency, might be something about us writing a book or a film because I'm in that industry. So of course I'm gonna have a lot of female friends and male friends, right? But she's gonna have to understand that side of my world. And if she doesn't understand that because that's my career, then I can't mess with you because that's going to cause chaos, right? And and my job as her boyfriend or whatever I am is to make my girlfriend comfortable, you know, enough to know that hey, Denise is my friend, Nicole is my friend, Mercedes, um, Susan, Sydney are my friends. If they call, you can pick up the phone. Say, hey, hello, because they're friends of mine. I gotta make my girl comfortable, right? And if we really friends, then I shouldn't have a problem with my girl picking up the phone when Denise calls, when Sydney calls, when Susan calls. The phone's right there. You want to go through my phone? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? And that's a lot that has to do with relationship that people start hiding their phones. And when people start doing that, it's because there's something going on. And that's a fact. That's a proven fact. There's no need for me to hide my phone if I'm being honest and loyal to you. Now, if one of my friends get out of line, right, then that's my job to correct that because she's my friend, you know. And and you're not going to make my girlfriend feel uncomfortable because you feel this way. Why didn't you say that before? You know, if the case may be that you was attracted to me, why didn't you say that before I got into a relationship and you telling me now that I'm in a relationship, right? So I'm gonna have you're gonna put me where I have to make a choice. We best friends, but I got a life now. I got a relationship, and it's a good relationship. But now you're putting me in a position where I got to choose. I got to choose my relationship because that's the one I'm living with. You feel me? So basically, you put yourself in that spot, right? Or or just don't say nothing. Take the loss. You know, stay being my friend. You know, because if you know if you feel something about someone and you don't know how to approach them, you have to find a way to say it before they find someone else. Because if they find someone else, you don't know how long that relationship is gonna last. But now you're still friends. Now you're gonna feel a certain way, right? And then some women, not all women, some women know how to detach and say, you know, okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. And but some women, they 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 so in love, right? That they try to find a way to break things up, and that's not the way you do things. So you have to make a choice, right? And I'm just saying that because there's been situations where it's happened to me. You know, I've had friends that I knew for years, and I didn't know that they were attracted to me. They didn't know how to approach me because of my mindset, right? The way I think and the way I do things, that they didn't know how to approach me. And as soon as I found that woman that was compatible to me and I got to the relationship, then they wanted to open up. And I said, Mama, it's too late now. Like, I didn't know, if, I mean, I think you're great. I think there could have been something between us, but now it's too late. I can't do that. And put me in an awkward position, put them in an awkward position, where we had to, you know, separate each other because of the situation. But we still said hi or whatever when we was on the street. If I just say, hey, what's up, mama, whatever. But if what I'm saying is if you have an opportunity, right, and you know that that person feels the same way about you, someone has to make the first move. Because if it's something that you really want in your life and you love him or you love her, then you need to make that move. Because if someone else comes along, then you're going to be really hurt. And it's happened to me before. And this is why I'm telling you guys this. you know I'm putting it on the table for y'all, so I hope some of y'all are writing things down. Hi, Susie. Wow, how you doing? Brent, what's up, baby boy? What's going on, my guy? Brent Gaskin. Who's that? Yes, definitely. What's up, Stacks? I know. I'm glad my son's on. He's catching some notes. I know he got the pen and he writing down. Okay. Thank you, Gail. I do the same. I love you guys and support all you guys. I try to share everything I can when you guys post your stuff up. Um, and I try to be fair with everybody. You know what I mean? It's because there's so many of you guys that are doing so many great things, and I try to support as much as I can. Um, Again, I got my own thing going on, and let me tell you, like a lot of you guys, just like I inspire some of you guys inspire me too, because I went from acting to now becoming a want to become a director, a co-director to a director, and a film creator. Um, Mr. Gaskin, Brent Gaskin being one, because he's great actor out of the South, and he got a great team, and he's been in a lot of films, and I've always admired him, and he's always got positive things to say about the people, the community, and when he's been on my show, he's always talked about, how what it is to work as a team, and how he's always wanted to elevate to do from acting to doing producing and directing. So that's always inspired me, and that's why today I'm with Denise, my best friend Denise, and we creating this film. So I elevated from acting to film creator to co-directing my own film. So, or our film, because Denise helped me write it. Um, so it's a new ground that I'll be touching. But I'm so listen. I pick up stuff like this. It takes me one or two tries to see how you do it, and I'll pick up from it. And since I already deal with cameras, I already know how to do certain things. So it's not going to take me hard to become a director. You know what I'm saying? I think a producer is a harder job to produce than direct. I don't think I want a producer's job. That's Denise's job. But it's it's a I give you, you give me, type of thing when it comes to inspiration. I inspire some of you guys, and a lot of you inspire me. And I'm not ashamed to say that, because I'm human. I don't know it all. And what I learned from you guys, maybe some of you guys learned from me, and that's fine. That's how it's supposed to be. But I like to be fair, right, to everybody, and and I wish I can work with everybody, but I'm not going to be able to work with everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. You know, that's right, Sue, and that's the way it's supposed to be. But if someone doesn't treat you the way you treat them, then the right thing to do is get away from them, get them away from your sight, because obviously they don't respect you, and they don't deserve your kindness. Thank you, Gail. Gail, you and Dale are amazing. You guys are like, you guys are like my brothers, man. And I know we don't talk a lot because you guys are doing your thing and I'm doing my thing, but you know, the love for you guys have never it's never gonna change from me, from my part. And I know that the day we get to meet each other, and I know we've been planning on this for like maybe 2 or 3 years now. When we get to meet each other, it's gonna be like a brotherhood. It's like whenever I leave you guys, I'm gonna miss you guys, and I know it's gonna be vice versa, because I know we're gonna have a great time together. We're gonna have a good time, um, and we're gonna share our brotherhood, with one another, and the love that we have for each other, and that's gonna be an amazing, amazing time. So I can't wait for that moment. Thank you, Sue. You're amazing. You know, and but that's the way to be, Sue. Because the best way is honesty. Because what am I going to get out of lying to you? You know, what am I going to get by trying to up myself? You know, put smoke up people's butt by me trying to say that I'm this and I'm that. You know, I am who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a talk show host slash actor. Now I'm getting into directing and being a film creator. Right? That's what I am. I'm not better than anybody. I don't know more than anybody. I'm learning, right? But I like to keep it real and honest with people because that's all you're going to get from me, right? And I'm not going to sit here and lie because what I'm going to get out of it, like I said, nothing. You know, all I'm going to get from lying is being a liar, and and that being spread around this industry that hey, the dude's a liar. I don't want that. I don't want that in my life. I want a respectful. My name has been respected in this that I've been doing for a long time. I've been doing this for almost 8 years. You know, and my name has been good. California knows who I am. Las Vegas know who I am. When you say Don Vick in Las Vegas, if you're around the right people, they're gonna say, "Huh, we know who he is." You go to California to the right people, to the galas, to these red carpets, to these uh, to some of these screen Oscars, and you say my name, they're gonna know who I am. Why? Because I carry myself a certain way, right? Which is the way that I am, and I'm not fake to people. If I don't know the answer, I, I'll try to find the answer, right? Um, and I'm genuine. I mean, like there's nothing fake about me, you know. So all I know how to do is to be real, and that comes from me being in the streets, right? Because when you're fake in the street, nobody want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? If you're not honest on the street, nobody want to work with you. So that kind of came with me, you know. And so if I can give you a good advice, Sue, then I give you good advice. If I can't give you, then I should shut up and not listen to what you got to tell me. And if you need help and I can't help you, I'll try to find someone that can. You know what I mean? And that's how we all should be. regardless of your position on 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 where you are. You're a director, you're a millionaire, you're a multi-billion, whatever it is, shouldn't matter, right? What should matter is how you treat people, how your heart, you know what I'm saying? And be able to give back. Thank you, lady. I appreciate that, mama. I try, I don't try because this is that because that's who I am, right? Um, and I'm glad you can see that, Lily, because you know it took me a long time for people to recognize that because if people judge me of my outside, they judge me because of my tattoos. They judge me because I wear jewelry, see my diamonds and stuff, and be like, "Oh, this guy's a thug," you know. But for you to see me from my inside, to know that I'm a beautiful person from the inside, that's what matters, and that's what I'm thankful for, and I thank you for noticing that about me. You know, for being able to read someone that's that regardless of what I look like in the outside, you can see the inside, and only special people can see that, and you're special. If you can see that in me, then you're special. Because not a lot of people can read people. You know, so I'm thank you so much for seeing my soul and thinking that my soul is beautiful because I think you're beautiful in and out. You're a hardworking mom, and I know you're striving for the best for you and your kid and for your family. You know, you don't have to tell me much. I can see it. I can see it through your soul that what you're doing is for bigger purposes than just yourself. And I admire that about you. That's why that's why that day when I told you to come out with me to celebrity boxing, I wanted you to see the circle. I wanted you to see the people, but I wanted to see your soul. I wanted to see what type of soul you had. And you're a beautiful soul just like mine. You're doing what you're doing for the right reasons is what I'm trying to say. You're hustling, you're willing to take sacrifices to better your life and for your kids' life and for your family's life. And it takes a very strong individual, caring individual, loving individual to be ready to sacrifice themselves to do what they got to do to better their family. And I respect that and I honor that. And you're that girl. Thank you, Gail. That means a lot, Gail. Like I said earlier, man, only few people that are gifted, that are touched by God, can see through somebody. You know, and you know, to be welcomed to someone's house, it's an honor because everyone's house is godly, right? Not everybody brings people to their house unless you know in your heart that they trustworthy. And that's why I'm saying that I'm honored because you guys can see that through me, right? Not that I doubted myself because I know where I stand and who I am today, but because I know me. But for someone that don't know me to see those same things that I am without knowing me and seeing through me and just by thing, you know, that says a lot, you know. To me that, I got people that don't even know me that can see right through me and know that my heart is pure, you know. And let me tell you, like, I'm a person that, people say, "Yeah, you can come to my house," and I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." I'm very shy when I go to people's houses. I'm respectful because I know I'm entering their kingdom, the place of rest, the place that they respect, their home, you know. So when I go to people's homes, man, the king of me come out, because I'm coming into a king's house, in a queen's house, and I got to respect that, you know. And it's a beautiful feeling when you get invited to someone's house. Trust me. Amen. Ella, Gail's laughing. The little God in me. Wait a minute. You just went from seeing God to the little. Oh boy. You guys be switching up. Don't be switching up on me, guys. Oh boy, I think Gail had a thought. He thought about that. He was like, wait a minute. Maybe the little God in him. Not the big God in him, but the little God in him. You guys ain't right. I'm trying to tell you. Donnie Hall, what's up, my brother? My brother. Donnie Hall, the People's Talk Show. Great guy. Great guy. Um, has a great show as well. Has all great interviews, celebrity boxings. He brings all types of people to his show. Great guy, great brother. Also Avi Klein. Big shout out to Avi Klein, TKN TV network. Big shout out to him, Joe and his whole crew. Um, you know, um, Mike Wagner, also a great show, talk show host, great show. Mike Wagner is amazing. He's out of North Dakota. Um, and all the paranormal shows, that got podcasts. You guys are great as well. But you know, I came here tonight to do a show. This is how God works. I came here tonight to do a show with Cody Cowell, which is an actor, that's done over 70 production films in his career. And he texted me that he thought it was for seven his time. He's in California, 3 hour different. And he didn't make it. In some way, somehow, we ended up talking about what we were just talking about. And see, things happen for a reason sometimes. And maybe today some of you had to hear what I had to say about what we spoke about today, right? Because that's how God works. He works in mysterious ways. And today I talked about a lot of deep stuff, right? I talked about a lot of deep stuff today. And maybe some of you needed to hear this, and maybe some of you didn't, right? But the fact that I spoke about what I spoke about today lets me know that some of y'all had to hear this, you know, and maybe get to know a little bit more about me, you know. But I'm glad it went like this because tomorrow I can set up a show, bring Cody on, and we can do the show that we were supposed to do tonight. But I think tonight was more about me um, talking to you guys. I think tonight was meant for me to talk about what I spoke about, and see kind of what like where you guys, opinion or was feeling tonight or what mood you guys were in today. I guess you know because God works with me kind of different. Like He brings me all types of vibes and stuff. But I think tonight was a great show. We spoke about a lot of things, and I hope that some of you learned something tonight, um, and can share it with someone that might need the message. Um, but again, I appreciate each one of you guys for being my friends, for supporting my show, supporting my guests, and for accepting me to become a part of your circle. And you know, um, and for being good friends of mine. And and I got some things in the works that I'm working on with Denise. Um, and we're gonna bring. I'm gonna be bringing some people aboard. Just to give people opportunities. But I'm gonna say it like this because I'm gonna keep it 100. And I said it earlier. Some of you gonna reach out to me when you see this project put together, want to be part of it, and I'm gonna deny you. And I'm gonna deny you because it's all about you. And I say that because I already seen it. I've tried so many ways to do certain things with certain people, and you guys shut me down, but yet want me to do for you. I know who you are. So, and I know pretty sure you guys are going to reach out to me. So, if you reach out to me, you get no answer from me on this project, then you're one of those individuals. And I'm going to keep it 100 because I don't like to be fake with nobody. I'm not going to smile in your face and talk about you or tell you, "Oh yeah, yeah, I'm going to get back at you." No, I don't play that. I'm going to tell you directly how it is. There's some of you guys that are really fake, you know, and it's all about you, and a lot of you, some of you, I'm not gonna say a lot, some of you only reach out to me when you want me to do something. Okay. Some of you don't even share my show. You guys don't even pop up on my show or nothing. But yet when you want to promote something, I'm one of the first people you hit up to help promote. So that's selfishness to me. And that's fine, you know. But do not ask me to be on a project with me when I know you're a selfish person. That's not happening. And because I'm not even going to reply to you when that happens. And I'm saying that to be honest and straightforward with you guys. All right. So, with that being said, I'm going to I'm going to I'm going to let you guys go with peace, love, respect. Y'all already know the vibes. Stay tuned tomorrow tomorrow or the next. I got to reach out to Cody, see what I'm going to bring on. I will post up the day for tomorrow next. We guys can watch Cody and see what he's doing at this present day and some of the films that he's done in the past. And believe me, you want to see this because he's been in some amazing films that he's been. We're going to talk about that as well. So I want to thank you guys. Have a good night. Remember, stay sucker free. Be yourself. Stay out the way. Follow your dreams. Follow your goals because you're the only one that knows where you want to go. All right. Other than that, peace, love, respect, and I am out of here. Wait a minute. See, I'm trying. See, I'm having problems with something over here, so I'm trying to figure out. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, so I'm out of here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, I'm out of here.